You know what's funny? Every single day, I see people walking around, head down, shoulders slumped, trying to hide from the world. And right next to them, you've got someone else walking tall, making eye contact, commanding attention without saying a word. Same sidewalk, same opportunities, completely different lives. The truth is, there's one massive difference between these two types of people, and once you understand it, it'll change everything about how you move through life. I'm about to share something with you that's going to sound so simple, you might think I'm playing with you. But I promise you this, by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why some people seem to attract success like a magnet, while others keep pushing it away. And it's not what you think. It's not about money, looks, or where you came from. Let me tell you what really separates confident people from insecure ones. It's not their bank account, it's not their job title, and it's definitely not their social media following. The biggest difference, and this is what's going to blow your mind, is how they handle the voice in their head. That's right, that little voice that's talking to you right now, telling you whether you believe what I'm saying or not. You see, confident people have mastered something that insecure people struggle with every single day. They've learned to be their own best friend instead of their worst enemy. When a confident person looks in the mirror, they see possibilities. When an insecure person looks in the mirror, they see problems. Same mirror, completely different reflection. But here's what's really going to get you thinking. What if I told you that right now, in this exact moment, you're choosing which person you want to be? Every thought you're having, every doubt that's creeping in, every bit of hope that's rising up, you're actively deciding whether to feed the confidence or feed the insecurity. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to make the right choice. Think about this for a second. When a confident person walks into a room, they don't just bring their physical presence, they bring their energy. They understand something profound that insecure people haven't grasped yet. That energy isn't just about feeling good. It's about creating a ripple effect that changes everything around them. It's like dropping a stone in a pond. The waves keep moving outward, affecting everything they touch. Now, confident people aren't just born this way. That's a myth that keeps too many people stuck. The reality is, they've developed a different relationship with failure. When a confident person fails, and yes, they fail just as often as anyone else, they see it as data. Just pure, simple information. They think, well, that didn't work. What can I learn from this? Meanwhile, insecure people treat failure like it's a personal attack, like the universe is trying to tell them something about their worth. Here's something even more interesting. Confident people have mastered the art of being present. They're not constantly replaying yesterday's mistakes or worrying about tomorrow's problems. They understand that power lies in the present moment. When you're talking to them, they're actually listening, not just waiting for their turn to speak. This presence gives them an almost magnetic quality that others can't help but notice. Let me break this down even further. Confident people have figured out something crucial about decision-making. They understand that most decisions aren't permanent. While insecure people get paralyzed trying to make the perfect choice, confident people make the best decision they can with the information they have right now. They know they can adjust course later if needed. It's like they're driving a car. They don't need to see the entire journey to start moving forward. The way confident people handle criticism is absolutely fascinating. They don't seek it out, but they don't run from it either. They've learned to separate criticism of their actions from criticism of their worth as a person. An insecure person hears, "This presentation could be better," and thinks, "I'm not good enough." A confident person hears the same words and thinks, "Okay, how can I improve this?" Wait until you hear what I'm about to share next, because this is where everything changes. I'm going to reveal the exact moment when confident people separate themselves from the pack, and it happens dozens of times every single day. But first, let me show you something that's going to completely transform how you see yourself. The most powerful difference between confident and insecure people lies in their morning routine. Not the part about what time they wake up or whether they drink coffee or tea. I'm talking about those first few thoughts that cross their mind when they open their eyes. Confident people start their day by claiming it. They don't reach for their phone to see what everyone else is doing. They don't immediately start worrying about all the things that could go wrong. What's even more fascinating is how confident people handle unexpected challenges. When life throws them a curveball, and trust me, they get just as many curveballs as everyone else. They don't see it as a disruption to their plans. They see it as part of their journey. It's like they're playing a video game, and instead of getting frustrated at a difficult level, they get excited about the chance to level up their skills. Now, here's something that most people don't realize about confident individuals. They're not fearless. That's right, they feel just as much fear as anyone else. The difference is in how they process that fear. While insecure people let fear be their stop sign, confident people use it as their compass. They understand that fear often points directly to what they need to do next. When they feel that knot in their stomach, instead of backing away, they lean in. Let me tell you about the superpower that confident people have mastered. And this is something you can start using today. They've learned to separate facts from stories. When something happens, they stick to the facts. An insecure person gets turned down for a date and creates a whole story about how they're unlovable. A confident person sees it for what it is. One person, one moment, one decision. Nothing more, nothing less. And here's where it gets really interesting. I'm about to share with you the secret technique that confident people use to maintain their power in any situation. This one tool alone could completely transform how you handle every challenging moment in your life. But first, let's dive deeper into what makes confident people truly unstoppable. Confident people have mastered the art of boundaries. They understand that saying no isn't about rejecting others. It's about respecting themselves. When an insecure person gets asked to do something they don't want to do, they often say yes out of fear. They worry about what others might think, about losing opportunities, about being seen as difficult. But confident people, they understand that every yes should come from a place of genuine desire, not from fear or obligation. Here's something that might surprise you about confident people. They spend very little time comparing themselves to others. While insecure people are constantly measuring their success against someone else's highlight reel, confident people are too busy writing their own story. They understand that someone else's success doesn't diminish their own potential. In fact, they see other people's achievements as proof of what's possible. The way confident people handle their mistakes is absolutely game-changing. When they mess up, and yes, they mess up just as often as anyone else, they don't try to hide it or make excuses. They own it completely. It's like they have this unshakable understanding that making mistakes doesn't make them any less valuable as a person. This frees them up to take bigger risks, to try new things, to put themselves out there in ways that insecure people wouldn't dare. Watch how confident people talk about their dreams. They don't whisper them like they're sharing a secret they're ashamed of. They don't add qualifying statements like, "But it probably won't happen," or "I know it sounds crazy." They state their ambitions clearly, unapologetically, not because they're certain they'll achieve them, but because they're not afraid of what others might think if they don't. Now, get ready for this next part, because I'm about to show you exactly how confident people handle those moments when everything seems to be falling apart. This is where the real difference shows up, and it's going to change how you see every challenge from this moment forward. The most fascinating thing about confident people is how they handle uncertainty. While insecure people see uncertainty as a threat, confident people see it as an adventure. They've learned that life's biggest opportunities often come disguised as uncertainties. Think about it. Every major success story started with someone stepping into the unknown. They don't need all the answers before they take the first step. They understand that clarity comes from action, not from endless planning. When it comes to relationships, confident people have a completely different approach. They don't enter relationships to fill a void or fix something broken. They come in whole, ready to share rather than needing to take. This changes everything about how they connect with others. They don't chase people who don't want to be in their lives. They don't compromise their values for acceptance. They understand that the right people will value them for who they are, not who they pretend to be. This next part is crucial. Confident people have mastered the art of self-talk. The conversation they have with themselves is fundamentally different from what goes on in an insecure person's mind. When faced with a challenge, their inner dialogue isn't filled with "I can't" or "what if I fail?" Instead, they ask themselves, "How can I?" and "what if I succeed?" This simple shift in internal conversation changes everything about how they approach life's challenges. The way confident people handle time is remarkable. They don't rush through their days like they're running out of time, but they also don't waste it like they have forever. They understand that time is their most valuable asset, and they invest it accordingly. When they're working, they're fully focused. When they're resting, they're truly resting. No half measures, no guilty feelings about taking breaks, no apologizing for prioritizing what matters to them. Here's the truth that's going to tie everything together, and it's something that will completely transform how you see yourself starting right now. The biggest difference between confident and insecure people isn't about what they have or don't have. It's about what they choose to focus on. Remember what I said at the beginning about that voice in your head? Well, here's the real power move. Confident people have learned to make that voice their ally, not their enemy. They've realized that confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build, one decision at a time, one moment at a time, one victory at a time. You see, every single day, you have a choice. You can choose to listen to those doubts, those fears, those stories about why you can't. Or you can choose to focus on your potential, your progress, your power to change. The difference between confident and insecure people isn't in the challenges they face. It's in the choices they make when facing those challenges. And here's the most beautiful part of all this. You can make that choice right now. You don't need permission. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. You don't need anyone else's approval. The power to transform from insecure to confident has been within you all along. It starts with one simple decision. Will you be your own best friend or your own worst enemy? So let me ask you this. After everything you've learned today, after seeing the clear difference between how confident and insecure people approach life, which path will you choose? Because the truth is, confidence isn't about never feeling fear or doubt. It's about feeling them and moving forward anyway. It's about understanding that you are worthy, capable, and deserving of every good thing that comes your way. The choice is yours, and it starts right now.